So in this video, I will show you how to unpack the Noccarc V730i ventilator, its trolley unit, and perform the installation of the device. So the bigger box in the bottom contains the trolley unit, and the smaller box contains the ventilator unit. So first we will perform the trolley unit assembly, and then we will go to the ventilator assembly. So inside the trolley box, we have the trolley base assembly, which comes pre-installed with the wheels. Then we have the top plate assembly, which comes pre-installed with the front and rear handle, as well as the cable management hook and the patient circuit holder mount. Then we have a box for patient circuit holder as well. And on the top side, this is the pillar assembly, which comes pre-installed with the humidifier mount and the rubber bellow. So first we will start with the trolley base assembly. So this is the trolley base assembly. This is the back side of the ventilator, this is the front side, because on the back we have a provision of the oxygen cylinder mounting in this pocket. Then we will take out the pillar assembly. So as you can see, this Noccarc text, it should be upright. That means this is the bottom side of the assembly. So it will come at the bottom. So now just make sure that the orientation is correct. It should not be like this, because the front side of ventilator is in this direction and the humidifier should be facing on the front side. So it should be oriented like this. So now the next step is to assemble the pillar assembly with the trolley base assembly. For this we need 4 M6x70 screws, Allen head screws, and the Allen key of 5 mm size. This will be provided along with the kit. So in order to do the assembly, we have to have the bolts screwed into these 4 holes. For that, we'll take the bolts and we'll align it with the bottom hole. And first we will tighten it with our hands. And after this, we'll use the Allen key to do the final tightening. So as you can see, all the 4 bolts are tight. Make sure by moving the pillar that the assembly is very tight, it should not move. Next, we will assemble the top plate assembly on top of the pillar assembly. So we'll take the top plate and gently put it on the pillar. So just make sure that the orientation is correct. This is the rear handle, this is the front handle. So the front handle should be coming on the front side of the ventilator. Now in order to tighten this assembly on the pillar assembly, we need a 4 mm Allen key and 4 screws of the size M6x20. These are countersunk screws. They have a head like this. So the top plate assembly is done. Now we will assemble the patient circuit holder arm on the patient circuit holder mount. Now we will assemble the patient circuit holder arm. It comes in this box. The patient tubing connection end comes detached. So first we need to assemble it to the patient circuit holder. So for that, we will loosen this lever and put this thing into the arm and then tighten the lever. Next, we will use this threading and then put it into the patient circuit holder mount and then tighten it with our hands. So you can adjust the patient circuit holder arm as required using these joints and the levers. You can also put the patient circuit holder mount, instead of on the right side, you can put it on the left side. We have the provision to assemble the mount on both the sides. So depending on your hospital setting, you can adjust the location. So we can use a 3 mm Allen key to open these 4 screws, and the patient circuit holder mount will come out. And then if required, we can put it on the other side of the trolley. So the trolley assembly is ready. Now we can go on to the ventilator assembly. As you can see, the ventilator mounting screws are already assembled. They come pre-assembled with the top plate. So just make sure these screws are available. As an inspection, you can check if these screws are available before going on to the ventilator assembly. So in the ventilator box, inside we will have the PCU unit, which is the patient control unit. Then this box is of the HMI unit. Then this is the accessories box number 1, accessories box number 2. First we'll take out the PC unit. Carefully locate your hand in the pocket handle, and you can use the other hand on the display mount. And you can take out the PC unit like that. Now use both the hands in the pocket handle, and then carefully put the machine on top of the floor. Now go on to the bottom side, locate these screws. So these screws are used to tighten the PC unit with the trolley unit. Carefully locate the PC unit with these screws and then hand tighten them. So you don't need to apply a very high amount of tightening force. Just a sufficient amount of hand tightening is fine. So while performing the tightening, always perform the tightening in the cross pattern. So first we have tightened this side, then we go on to the opposite side and tighten the opposite screw. Then we come to this side. And again tighten the opposite screw. And then the remaining 2 screws. Now let's unpack the HMI assembly. So this is the HMI unit. It comes with the top and bottom mount with the screws already in place. So you need to first open the top and bottom mount, then assemble the HMI unit on the display mount of ventilator, and then put back the top and bottom mount. So we'll use a 2.5 mm Allen key to take out the mounts. Next, we will loosen these screws with the help of a 3 mm Allen key. So you can completely take out the bottom 2 screws. But don't need to take out the top 2 screws completely. You can just loosen them. So as you can see, the 2 screws are made slightly loose. They are not very loose that they will fall apart. So these will be used and will be guided in these 2 notches of the display mount. So you can carefully slide the HMI in here. And then again use a 3 mm Allen key to tighten these screws. So we'll follow the cross pattern again for tightening, for the final tightening. So I've tightened the bottom right screw first. Now I'll go on to the top left screw, and the top right screw, and then the bottom left screw. Now just check if the motion is happening freely and the screws are not loose. Next, we will put back the top and bottom cover. So these 2 covers are not identical, they are non-identical. So this is the bottom cover. You can also see it is written inside. So we'll put the top cover first, like that. And then the bottom cover. So for ease of assembly, you can also tilt the display like that, also swivel it to your side and then easily do the assembly. Now the next step is to put the cable. This is the HMI cable. So as you can see, this is a D-shaped connector. So there is a particular orientation in which the connector will go in. So we have marked an arrow. So there is no arrow on this side. There is an arrow on this side, which will be aligned with this arrow. So you need to align these two arrows and put the cable like that. Now in order to have an ease of assembly, you can also tilt the display in any particular direction from where you feel it is easy to put the cable. Just hand tight the cable. You don't need to tighten it with the screw. You can do it with your hand. And that's. Now we will unpack the accessories and consumables of the ventilator. So in the bigger accessory box, you will get the warranty card, the air and oxygen hose, power cord, test lung, breathing circuit, and also some spare fasteners. And in the second accessory box, we have the expiratory modules, 2 of them, then filters, HME and BV, and then a fan filter in spare. So now we will connect the hose and the power cable on the back side of the ventilator. The oxygen hose comes in the white color. So the oxygen connector, as you can see, is on the left side and the medical air is on the right side. Take the air hose. The air hose comes in the black color. Align it with the air connector of the ventilator and rotate the connector. Make sure the filter is upright. The other end of the hose, both air and oxygen will be open. We will provide a standard coupling, but if any other coupling is available with the hospital which is compatible with their central line, then use that coupling and use a mini heat gun to just soften the hose pipe and then insert the coupling in it. Now in order to put the power cord, use a 1.5 mm Allen key to loosen the P-type clip from where we will route the power cord. Next, put the P-type clip into the power cord and power cord into the socket. And now tighten the screw of the P-type clip. The power cord should be routed in this manner freely from the P-type clip. Now that we have connected the air and oxygen hose and the power cable, we will come to the connections in the front of the ventilator, which are the patient circuit connections. The first step in that connection is to connect the filters. So it is mandatory to connect the filters from the expiratory and the inspiratory limb of the machine. And then we'll connect the patient circuit and we'll route it to the patient circuit holder arm. And then we'll connect the test arm. You can also adjust the arm in the orientation. And then we'll go on the back side of the device and turn on the DC switch. And then from here, turn on the soft power button. So this will turn on the device. Now that the machine is turned on, you can see the standby screen. You can also check the date and time of the machine, the battery percentage. If the battery is too low, you can connect the AC cord and turn on the AC power. Turning on the AC power will start the charging of the battery and it will be indicated through this symbol, which is blinking green. If the machine is turned on, the power symbol will be green, and if the ventilation is turned on, the lung symbol will also be green. Another thing to notice is the system version of the machine. You go to the settings, go to about, you can see the model number, the machine ID and the system and OS version. These should be up to date. If they are not up to date, you click on the Noccarc symbol. You can go to network configuration and turn on the Wi-Fi. And then connect to a suitable Wi-Fi network and then go back to the settings and go to update the machine. Go to check update. The machine will automatically check if there is any new update and you can click on the option to update the machine. Now in order to check the health of the machine and in order to calibrate the machine, we need to perform the pre-use check or the system check. We have captured in another video and we have also explained the modes and the running of the machine and also setting up the other accessories of the device in the other videos which will be available with you.